Hello there. Welcome to a nice little tutorial with the when I worked with the Aperture blades in an old NON-Ai NIKKOR HC Auto 1.8 85 millimeter. So let's have a look inside this nice old lens. It looks okay, yeah. It's the HC Auto 1.8 85 millimeter. It's a pretty old. The aperture ring works great, but the blades need some attention. There's some dirt on it. I don't know if we can remove it, but let's have a look inside. First we need to some tool. We need some lens spinner, compass grinded special for work with lenses. We need a crosshead JIS screwdriver. This is a brand called Vera with a J modified Phillips. It's called the Vera 851/4J, and that's the modified bits of a pH 0, and it works really good. We need some handy dentist tool, a pointy tweezer. The dentist tool is really great to work. We need a 1.2 millimeter flathead screwdriver. This is a Vera, as you can see here, the number. Of course we need a blower, and we also need some isopropyl alcohol, 99%, and a little glass bowl to put things in. And of course we need some rubber gloves, which is very handy. This is the garden center that have those sticky. We probably need a this is a plumber gasket, 56 millimeter, 0.6 millimeter, 56.6 millimeter. Yeah, it's a gasket for pipes. But let's have a look. We need to take out the lens block, and we can do it in two different ways. I will show the if you're new into lenses, I would, if I were you, take off the mount, because then you have a better view of what actually happened when you put the lens back in again. It will be a lot easier. But you see, this is a Nikon lens, and those screws here, they use thread lock, and sometimes they can be very hard to unscrew. So we do a little trick. We need some nail polish remover with the acetone, or you could just use acetone as it is, and a cotton bud. So what we actually do is we add some, just a little, and dip it over the screw head, because it will loosen up the thread lock if we are lucky enough. It has worked with a lot of lenses for me, and I think it's the easy way. So that's it. And then it should be easier, because I was trying to unscrew them and you have to put a hard push on the screwdriver. They are the non-magnetic. You can see the white thread lock on the screw. They say click. Okay. Wow, they busted my bits. Well, take another one. The same. Actually, this is a 0, 0. Wow. Damaged my screwdriver. But as you can see, it can sometimes be a little challenge to get the screws out. So I will try with another one. Yeah, that was amazing. Okay, put on some more of this fluidium. Sometimes it's only few of them that are very tight. So so we take another crosshead screwdriver, which is a modified not really, but I have made me a special screwdriver, which is actually a unscrewing screwdriver. It's a flathead screwdriver which acts as a drill, but it's grind the opposite direction of a drill bit. So maybe it can work, I don't know, but let's see if it can. Does it work? Well, the screwdriver actually worked, but the screw didn't come off. Well, okay. I will try this Mini X dash out as the number 2, just to see if it can do any difference. Wow. That was interesting. More of this fluid in. Sometimes it can really be annoying to take the screws out here from these old, because they have used the thread locker that is quite hard. Something white stuff. That even a solder iron will not work. So let's see if I can do any difference. Yeah, it actually works. I know the screw is damaged, but so see the white stuff on here? Burst it. Well, let's see if I have softened the other. Hopefully. Yes, it works. Whew. And this one. Hopefully, yeah. Whew. This mount has never been disassembled. So here we are, and here's the mount. And there's one thing you shouldn't try to disassemble. You see all the small shiny thingy here around? That's the ball bearing for the Aperture system. So, and we do not go into that. This is the pin, the pin for the Aperture ring. We can just screw it, just to show you. And then it's loose. Okay, that's not the task for us at the moment. But we go to the front. There wasn't any set screw in this lens, but there used to be a small set screw here, a 1.2 millimeter, that has to be unscrewed, and then you can unscrew the front retaining ring nameplate, or whatever you call it. So the biggest of those cones are not big enough to get that off, but I found out a piece of rubber from a disc player. I mean a player, which is a very good rubber, and sometimes it works really good. It's very sticky, and then will not come off. Okay, then we need another of those yellow gloves. and then it comes off. So here we are. And then the you should put the aperture to something 16, which I already done. And if not, you can just move this pin here. See? Because the screw goes in here. Oh, in here. See? So it goes there, and then the aperture is fully closed. So just pop out it has a screw here, not really a screw, it's a guide pin. Then you can just take out the whole lens assembly. This is how it looks. This is for the aperture pin from the camera that is connected to this pin here. The other is from the aperture ring. Is this little fellow pin. So let's put it aside. Now it's time to open the lens. So remember the brass ring. So I think I will just take out the front lens group, which I will use this tool. And I already have set this to the correct distance. But there's a thing here we also need to do, because the front lens group is also have some thread lock on the lens group. So we add a little nail polish remover here in the notch. So it'll go into the thread and over here too. Sometimes you need to put more on, sometimes less. And then it should be possible with a good grip to unscrew the sits tight. And then I can just use my this is a gasket. I can just use that to unscrew the rest of it. So, and that, here we are. Now, the back of the lens assembly needs also some attention because there's one more back ring here we need to take out. That's the it holds the back lens group in place. So here is a hole, and it's not for a set screw, it's just a hole that you can add some on, like acetone to soften the thread lock. So we'll just do so. And let it suck in the fluidium to soften the the thread lock. And here I of course I've been into this lens before, and just to do some investigation, I put a mark here so I know where it goes. And I also, because we have to disable the aperture system from the back, so I put a mark here. So when I put the aperture system in again, I know exactly where it should sit when it's correct. So make a mark here or here. So now it should be possible with this nice tool. Put it on and get a good grip. See? Pretty smart. Now, then we have full access to the aperture system that we need to go into. There's not any more lenses to work with. So here you can see the actual blades. This is how it works. Very nice. So this ring here holds the aperture in place, but also is the adjustment if the aperture is too much closed or too much open. Therefore those 3 screws are here. And I will just unscrew those. It's a flathead screwdriver. I use a 1.6 millimeter. No, this is a 2 millimeter. Yeah. There are some thread lock on, but it shouldn't be a problem. It's more soft than the other on the mount. And just to be sure, when you put things in again, you could, before I unscrew the last one, I could just, to make it easier for me, for you, just add a mark here and add a mark here. So you know where things have to sit. So this thread lock here is not really a thread lock, it locks the head. And we will do so after this in a sample. Now, remember how this is orientated by the little spring here, so we can take the tension from that. If it's goes like this, so there is no tension on the blade. It will make it easier to lift it out, the ring here. So, and here we are. See? So the tension is on the spring here. So it works like this. Oh. But we do not need the tension on the spring. Now, then we go deeper into this thingy. So you can see here how it works when I move the pin here. And we probably need to take that out too. So put a finger on here and just unscrew this. Many of the lenses from that area, I mean, that years, the 70s, is very much the same. So now we can lift out this ring. Well, sometimes one needs 2 tools and on each side. It's just like this. Remember how it's orientated, because it cannot be faced that way. Has to be faced that way. And you see the screw thread here have to be faced, I mean up when you put the thing in, not the opposite. Just to be sure if you get confused. So now we are into the part of the aperture system, and it looks like this. Oh, see, just if I pressed over here, doesn't matter. So I will just take this out by lifting here. Yeah, it's good because there's some tracks of oil here, over here, here, over here too. So it needs some attention too. Remember how the blades are actually orientated when you put them in. It has to sit like this. And when I take them out, it's much easier when I push one all the way over here, this one, or the other, it doesn't matter. They are all the same. And then I can just take in one pin and hopefully lift it out. And put it somewhere in a bath of isopropyl alcohol, 99%. So, not very much. It's actually more than enough. But of course I will also clean the ring here, this ring here. But let's go for the blades. And they can actually just sit in one way. So of course one blade will flip around. So and I will just take a shower here. And in the meantime we can just use a cotton bud to take some of the dirt out here. Not really much, but enough. And it will disappear very quickly. Yeah, there are some, as you can see. Just do it again. So that was better. And then the ring here needs some not really much, but we'll do it anyway. Nice little dishwash. And also the edge, because there's also some tracks of oil. Some gently cleaning. Here we are. So that's ready. And then the blades. Oh, I can see I have to change my battery in the camera. So just wait a second. Okay, we just take a break. Okay, back on track with new battery in the camera. So we could just continue with this. I think it will be good. Really, really, really. It's not hard to do, but just wipe the isopropyl off the blade, and it will evaporate very quickly. Come on. There's no need to press too much on. Just let the cloth do the work. Wow, looks much better. Okay, new blades. Now it's time to put them back in again. Away with the cleaner here. So now we put the blades in. And you can actually start where you want to start. And that's the dentist tool is very handy to when putting in the blades to help. So, and here we go. Then we just continue counterclockwise. Because it's the only way the blades can sit. So actually you cannot set them wrong. So when I come to the last blade, it can be a little tricky, but we'll show you how it's done easy. Because, well, okay, when it's put in the last blade, we need to push out the first one. So so we have access to the pin here. Oh. Small hairs, don't know where they come from. This is something like this here. Then it should be quite easy. Yeah, here we have. And now I will push down here and then lift up the blade with the dentist tool over the other one. And here we are. So that's actually that. So just put the blade in place so it's actually a round circle. It will make it easier to put in the control ring here. And it can only face in one way. So the pin here goes into the notch. Hopefully you can see it here. Okay, there. And then we just need to put in the ring here and put the ring in place. Try to get all the pin for the blades like we have it here. So it looks like this. Don't push too much on this pin here, but this is actually how it looks when it's done correct. So now we can put this on, and now we are more safe into the actual blades. Now we need the Then this tool, and I hopefully it will fall in place. Lift it up gently and then push down again, and here we have it. And then the very small pin here need to be put in, or no, I think I'll just put in this so I have better control of the movement of the blades. So put it to fully closed and then add the ring. So it will go like this. And remember, I have set a mark over here, so I know exactly where it should sit. That's why it's sometimes, I mean, some people they do not do it, but I do. So it has to sit like there. It's fully open, and try to move this ring. And then put in the spring. So come on. Then do so. And here we are. Now this little screw has to come in. Just put a finger on, and should be here we are. And then it should be possible to move it. It's not really the correct way. Can you see what's done wrong? Because it's not fully closed. And do you know why? Because this ring here is not screwed in yet. And therefore it's important to set the mark here, so where it should stay. So when I push here, I will just have the, see, I hold on here and I can move the blades by pushing this ring here. So now it will fully closed, because I know where it should sit here when it's aligned correct. And here we are. So now I can just add the screws. Pressure a little gently. And the aperture is really good. Perfect. You can add some thread lock, but it's not really necessary. Or you could just, if you have some black nail polish, you can just add a tiny drop here on the side of the screw. So there, tighten it gently. No need to over tighten anything. So, and now we are back on track again and can just add my back lens group here. And I have my mark here. So take off this very handy tool. And then I can just add my front lens group. So, and here we are. I will, the lens have some dust inside, so I will make another film about how it's done to clean the lens elements in this lens. So I need to go in the lens again. So tighten it. Remember the spacer here. Just go over here like this. And then I just need my my focus system here. See, put the lens on 822 fully closed, and this almost all the way over. This is closed here, and if you have like this, the guide pin is here, and it has to sit there when I put the lens assembly in. So this pin goes to here, and this one, this pin goes to this here. So we can try put it in. Sometimes it can be a problem, but let's see what's happened. Okay, are we there or are we not? Well, I will just put the aperture ring on again and put in the screw. Where's my hole there? It was just an idea of how it could be. Try to catch the Okay, here we can see what's going on. Down here you should see the screw in the little notch there. But sometimes it can be difficult to catch. But here we have it. See, like this. So put it on 22, a fully closed aperture, and then it should be possible to put it in. If we are just a little lucky. Not really. Okay, here we are. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to put it in, but after 1 or 2 times trying, then I will just add my front ring here with no screw in. When putting in the nameplate, the lens has to be set on to 1 meter, because if not, you just put in the screw, it cannot be reached. And sometimes it can be a little problem when you put in this the nameplate, because you have to catch the, take that, you have to catch where the screw actually sit. But I can see there has been 2 or 3 places, but they have to sit in the thread, not here. This is something going wrong with my camera, so I will just do the last part. Putting on the ring. Tighten it. And put on the mount. So we are actually almost there. I will not put in the broken screw, so we'll find another one from a used lens. So it is sometimes when working with old lenses. And here we are. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.